Good morning. I'm sliding into home base this morning. I didn't give you much warning and I apologize. Things have been kind of crazy this morning. And I suddenly decided, oh, I got to do this. And my patience level, my little child wants to go outside. It's a beautiful day outside and I want to get outside and do some yard work. So, hi, Geraldine. So, here I am quickly. Let's do this. Let's have some fun for a little while. And then it's Earth Day. So, I need to go out and play with the earth. How are you feeling about that, Geraldine? Put our feet on the earth, create something. I want to create something beautiful in my yard today. I need to spend some time in nature on Earth Day. So if you're jumping in, let me know that you're here so I can say hi. I'm going to try to share out real quick if I can get my laptop to cooperate with me. There it goes. I'm going to try to get it shared out a little bit so we can get going, get busy. You probably will share it the same place I do. I noticed we both did that, Geraldine, yesterday. So I just went to Angelic River Family, so you don't need to. Let's see who else would like this. It's just taking too long. So, what have you guys been up to? Give me some stuff. Give me some stuff so I can see. How is your day going? It's Wednesday. It is Earth Day. It's a beautiful day to be alive here in the mountains. The sun is shining. We finally get a day. Tomorrow it's going to rain all day. There's that one I'm looking for. Tomorrow it's going to rain all day. And so today I want to be out there. So we're going to get this going. Hello, Sherry. It's nice to see you. Geraldine is sitting outside on the ground right now. Perfect. Thank you for sharing your earth energy with us. Julie Kiss, thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining me. I see at least 7. So if you haven't... Hi, Luann. Nice to see you. I'll tell you what came to me today in just a minute. I'm letting people gather a little bit. I think we're about ready. How is the weather where you are? Are you enjoying the earth today? I feel like I'm grateful to this planet today for just allowing me to be here. Julie, snow, cold here, but Sunday will come. Sun will come, good. I hope that snow comes to an end sometime soon so you guys can finally get some springtime. It's one of my reasons for not wanting to live in New York State. It takes so long for spring to come. In winter, it starts so early, you lose the fall, and then you're stuck in that cold. And I don't do well in cold. As I get older, my blood is super thin. So I just freeze. It can be 50 degrees out here, and I'm like, my hands are turning white, and my toes are frozen. So... Geraldine, yes, Florida is gorgeous today. No more big, scary storms today. Excellent. Don't you love what happens, though, how everything feels after a good thunderstorm? It's like everything's all charged up and clean and fresh and ready to start over again. So I do love thunderstorms. Luann, quite chilly in Toronto. I can't wait to put my feet on the warm grass. I bet. It's been a long winter for some of you. I bet you can't wait. I hope you can find something. I know when I lived in Rochester, there's what's called Strong Museum. Yeah, Geraldine, it feels clean. Yeah, clean and refreshing. There's a place called Strong Museum. It's a museum of play, and it's the most incredible place to go. Even as grown-ups would go there and we'd play. Hi, Terry. Thank you for joining me. And you know me and play, man, if there's a museum for playing, that is the most. If you guys are ever in upstate New York, I highly recommend, even as grown-ups, you go to that Museum of Play in Rochester. They have a butterfly room, and when the weather got really, really excruciatingly cold, I would go to the Museum of Play and we'd play, and the kids would get going, and it was fun. And then we would go. Terry Griffin, thank you for joining me. And then I would go into that butterfly room, and it was like the sun was shining. That's what it felt like. Even if it was cold outside, they had all these warmers, and the butterflies would just flutter all over. And I've got a picture where a butterfly landed right on my head, and it was like magical. It was one of those moments. It's like I felt gifted. Thank you, butterfly, for landing on me. It was really incredible. So I hope that you guys that are in these cold places have a place like that where you can escape and find some warm weather, some way, like a greenhouse or something where you can get out of the cold and feel as if you're in nature. And it looks like Julie Oh, only 2 hours away, Julie. It is awesome. If you've never been there, I used to have a membership to it when I had young kids and actually I think I got a membership just a few years ago. I did because I'm a grown up and I love it so much. Upstairs, there's all those old toys that we played with when we were kids, and there's pinball machines and a Harry Potter room and all these storybooks that you can kind of go into, and it's just such an incredible place to be able to go and to remember what it's like to be a child. And we don't want to grow up, you know me. So if I have a museum of play, I'm going to spend my time there. I wish there was one here. There's a lot of really cool things here. That's why I live here, but I shouldn't even complain. Let's see. Julie Kiss, second home bought already in Florida. Yay! Get down there to where it's nice and warm. Excellent. I lived in Florida when I was a kid. I grew up in Florida from the time I was 12 till I was 19. So piece of my heart's in Florida too. All right, so what I'm thinking today is I'm kind of playful. I'm also, after that angel reading last night with Terry Angel, I'm like really I'm in kind of a space of trying to contact another part of myself. I'm trying to get closer, trying to get to know, trying to get acquainted. So I'm kind of in a really interesting space today. So I don't know where this is going to go today. I'm like, all right, Annie, you're right here. Let's come on in. Let's join us today. So little Annie has decided she's going to play here today too. I feel that. So I'm kind of letting it over to the angels, to source energy, and to whatever angels want to join us here, whatever archangels want to join us. We're going to be in this space of just peace and relaxation. I know Wendy is not feeling so great today. I'd love for us to send some extra healing energy over to Wendy. We love her so much, so we want to hold each other up. And if you've got any requests too, just please go ahead and hold yourself up. Let us know, and we'll all be floating on the sea together today in peace and healing. So Terry, thank you for welcoming little Annie in. She can be a little shy sometimes. I think sometimes, my connection there is I really feel like when you told me about her last night, I'm like, oh, that's that little girl that I go into, that I go and find in that little blanket for it. It's little Annie, and she's a little powerhouse. She knows how to manifest. Even that little girl energy is very, very strong, and I'm so glad that this past year especially, that really just the past couple of months, I feel like I've really gotten closer to that part of me. So thank you for introducing me, giving her a name last night, because that means a lot to me. It makes me want to cry. Yes, Julie, Wendy, prayers for Wendy. Terry, excellent. She's going to get a blast of healing energy. She's not even going to know what hits her. I don't think she's here. Maybe she's here, I can't see, but we're going to send it to her. So lately I get drawn into Anchor Light. I feel like Anchor Light is really just coming into its own because they're very childlike stories, and yet each one of them holds some kind of a sweet message, and every time I read it a little differently. And there's one chapter in there that really has never stood out that much to me, and today it is. It's called The Eye Patch. And I wonder how many of you, I'm going to tell you this little story, this is true. How many of you realize the reason why pirates wear an eye patch? Raise your hand if you do. The reason why pirates is not necessarily because they lost an eye. They wear an eye patch, and this is the truth, this is historical. They wear one because they spend a lot of time down under in the darkness of the lower parts of the belly of the ship that they're on. And if they go under attack, they got to come up really fast in order to fight. And when they get up there, if they have been in darkness for a long time, when they come up, they can't see. Or if they have to go down to get, cannonballs or whatever it is they go down there for, if they've been up in the sunshine, when they go down, they don't have any. It takes time for their eyes to adjust to the difference in lighting. So they would wear a patch over one eye so that they were always ready to go into either circumstance. So I've got this eye is adjusted to the daylight, this eye is adjusted to dark. Whichever way I'm going, I'm going to be ready for it. I've got to move fast. I've got to be quick. They were always ready for battle. And I feel like that is a really important message. Yvonne, thank you for joining us. Can you feel that? There's something in that message for all of us today. It's as if we're all being really pushed into a spiritual battle. And it's not violent or scary in any way. It's like, okay, it's time to get out there and get busy. And so it's almost as if I feel as if the angels today are saying, hey, you need to remind people to always be ready, to have that spiritual side of them ready to do. We're always seeing from, that was strange. We're always seeing, did you see the change in color? We're always, that's really strange how that happens. When I cover my eye, the color on my screen is actually going to like a gray. I don't, that, it just happened again. That's really strange. Okay, we're getting a little, hello, Annie. We're playing games with us today. So can you envision yourself today having that, having something where you, I'm glad you learned something, Julie. Isn't that cool? Chetta, thank you for joining me. Good morning. Luann, I think I said it is cool, isn't it, when you think about it? History is cool. And it makes me think about things differently. I can fall into my very human side oftentimes. I can get stressed out by life. Things are like, ooh, getting me crazy. I don't do it as much as I used to. I'm getting better at integrating into that higher self part of me. But we really have two lenses that we're looking through. I often say it's either love or fear, but also think about yourself as being very much an ego, and also having that higher self, that part of you that is really still on the other side, that sees the world differently. That's the part of you that has not been touched by pain or loss or illness or anything like that. It's the part of you that's really still perfect, that is nothing but love. So when we talk about that fear side and we talk about that love side, you can say the same as the fear is your ego. It comes from your ego. The love comes from that higher place, that higher self, whatever your God self. It has a lot of names. But that part of you is still very much in perfection. It's all love. And I've known for a couple of years now that my process, what I'm trying to do, and what came through to me last night again, Terry, and that's another one, was, I love how these truths are coming to me today, almost like it's connecting to you, was this process of integrating my higher self with my ego. Not necessarily, we think that we've just got to get rid of the ego altogether. What's happening is we're trying to come, instead of it being two different pathways, two different eyes to look through, we're actually coming to the place where we are integrating together, where that higher self and that ego are suddenly parallel to each other. They're on the same path. Forever we've been on two separate paths. We've gone off on our own. We're trying to learn about pain and difficulties. Our soul wanted all those lessons. Well, our souls have really had those lessons now. We don't really, it's not necessary for us to keep suffering and hurting anymore. So this process that we're going through right now on a very fast track, faster than we've ever gone before, is that integration of suddenly becoming one. We're not separated. The ego is not separated from the higher self anymore. It's fusing. That word just came to me. Thank you. That's a beautiful word. One of Steve's favorite words, it was one of his passwords, was fusion. And it just came to me, fusion. Thank you for that. We've got a fusion going on. Our higher selves and our egos are suddenly coming together onto the same path. Can you imagine how beautiful that is? Terry, we need our ego, and when we acknowledge it and we honor it with love, we will rise up spiritually. Exactly. So it's not like, oh, I got to cut this cord and I can no longer be Diane. I got to stop being that. I'm going to be my God self. I'm going to sit high on a mountaintop and do nothing but meditate and eat cheese. Do they eat cheese? I don't know what they eat. But anyway, I don't know where that came from. But you know what I mean. So often we think that we've got to keep we got to get our ego completely wrapped up in a little box, maybe put it away someplace. Wendy, thank you for joining us. We were just sending out some healing energy to you. So thank you for being here. So this process right now is, I want you to visualize yourself with that eye patch. You're going to put the patch over your ego a little bit. Have it take a rest. Say, I don't want to look through that eye for a little while. I want to look through the eye of my higher self. But I'm not going to completely, I can always switch it. That was the thing with the pirates. They could take that eye patch If they needed to look at daylight, they could switch the eye patch over to the other side. It was never, they didn't actually lose an eye. So we're not losing the ego, but we're going to be in a space of, let's take time every day, a little bit more every day, to move that eye patch over to just this side for a little while, to the higher self for a little bit, to see the world, to see the people in it through the eyes of compassion, through only the eyes of love. I got a phone call coming from Steve's mom. It's hard for me to say no on that. I will call her back. So let me refocus. I just love her so much. She's a beautiful lady. So that's what it's all about today when I talk about the eye patch. We're trying to learn how to see the world differently. And in learning, in giving that time to the higher self, to the lessons that the higher self is trying to give to you, your ego gets rewired. Your ego starts to come back in. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't have to react out of fear. Maybe I get to react out of love too. And it starts to come back over this way. It starts to come, oh, okay, wait, let me do this differently. You can rewire yourself. We are all capable. It's all going on. We're getting help with it. And your place is to just keep practicing. Keep spending time in that, taking that eye patch and putting it over, covering up that ego for a little bit. Let it take a rest. Look through this side. Look into the eyes. Look into the light. Let's say that. The ego is the side that's prepared for the dark. Your higher self is always in the light. So look through that side. Keep your eyes on the light for a while. So let's visualize a little bit. See, I want to see your comments. Julie's says, feel better to Wendy. Arg. Thank you, Catherine. We're being the pirates. Arg. Who wants to play pretend and be pirates today? Yesterday we walked the plank, so that seems to be where I'm going lately. I love your pirate. That's great, Catherine. Thank you for that. So let's practice that today. What can we play? What can we play today where we are putting on that eye cover over the ego for a little while? And we are going to spend time in that higher self space. We're going to spend time in the sea of love. It's the water, the healing water. There's light shining on the water. And us little pirates like to have fun. Let's be on the beach. We're standing by the water. We can hear the waves. And there's a treasure buried on that beach. This is a fun one. Let's see if we can't dig for buried treasures within ourselves. Let's see what we can find that's in the light. When you're focusing, when you're turning off the ego, what are your gifts that come from you? What are those treasures that you hold inside of you that come only from the light? We all have them. What do you got? Do you know what you've got? Do you know what you're capable of yet? So, chest of jewels, perfect, Luann, thank you. So we've each got a shovel in our hands. We're each gonna start digging, and I'm gonna allow the clearing energy to start working through us. I'm just, yes, let's welcome it. It's there, I feel it. Let's welcome it in. And as we're welcoming that energy, let's play a little bit on the beach. Get your buckets and your shovels ready. Compassion, perfect, Wendy, thank you. Compassion is a beautiful gift, and not everyone has that in abundance yet, so that's beautiful to focus that. That is a beautiful gift. So breathe deeply and pick up your little bucket and your shovel and start digging your hole, and tell me what you find. I want you to really visualize this as we're sitting here. I want you to see yourself digging for a buried treasure. What are you going to find? I've found some gifts in the past couple of years that I never dreamt possible, and I know that we all have more than we think we've got. Right now we're in a place of an abundance of gifts, an abundance of treasures. We didn't even know when Paul and I were trying to come up with a title for that book. We didn't know. We were like Anchor Light, an awakening of your greatest treasure. I thought it was, well, intuition is incredible. And Terry, last night, all of that intuition that was loading. Whew. I love having stronger and stronger and stronger intuition. I'm like, just bring it. Just bring it. because I so often deny my intuition. I so often, even in little things, my intuition tries to point me so strongly. Catherine found a starfish. Great. Because a starfish has many arms, and if it loses one, it grows another. There's something there for you, Catherine. Think about it. I'm feeling it out. Hold on. There's a lot of energy right now in the crown. And it's like the crown, and I'm feeling it in my forehead. Allow that clearing. If you're ready, allow that clearing. See what kind of gifts you find as that starts to clear. Can you see anything in your third eye area? Practice that while we're sitting here. You're digging. Your eyes are closed, and you're digging deeply into the sand. And there are buried treasures everywhere. Seashells. Pearls. Little Gerald, Ann, and I are finding wonder and joy in beautiful shells and sea glass. Beautiful, beautiful, thank you. Oh, who's got that? Luann found a telescope to watch the stars at night. And Julie found my soul in the box. Wow, that's a beautiful gift. What is that soul going to show you while you're sitting there? Wendy, I found a rainbow pyramid. It's small, it fits in my hand. What do I mean, Catherine? What do I mean? I don't know. Let's feel that out. Anybody that has anything for that, it feels like every time I think of your starfish, it never runs out. You keep regenerating. It's like sometimes you get really, really tired. Sometimes you think, man, I don't got anything left to give. And you go inside of yourself and you spend some time, and suddenly you just find the strength again to get back up and go again. You've regenerated yourself. That's what I think. You can tell me if that resonates with you. Catherine found a compass. You know that compass is my favorite thing. Look at this. I love compasses. Oh, wait. Look. It's almost a compass. Do you see that? I even planted one on my skin. I love compasses. I love to think about the true north, finding my true north. My true north is my path. It's the place, it's the path that I choose. We have many paths that we can choose. There are paths that lead us into different kinds of adventures or experiences, and some are not a lot of fun. And there's no judgment on those paths, but man, when we find that true north, that's when the magic happens. I feel like I've finally found my true north. I hope you guys are still looking. I hope you find it if you haven't found it yet. And it's more than one. You can have a lot of experiences in life that feel like true north. Tell me, what else are you finding? I'm feeling out the energy while you're giving me this. We're doing a different kind of meditation. We're just allowing the energy to flow through us while we play. It's the way it's been given to me yesterday. It was so beautiful. I'm looking out at the water. I think I'm going to go dig a little bit out in the water. I think I want to be in the water when I look for my treasure. Where do you want to dig? I love to find rocks that have been in, ooh, I know, how about some sea glass, different brightly colored sea glass. I love the color of turquoise. I love to find sea glass that has beautiful colors. Often you can't, but I love to find it. When I do, I feel like it's the greatest treasure. It's better than diamonds. So I'm filling my bucket up with sea glass. And as I bring it up out of the water, the sun is shining through that sea glass, and it's refracting, and it's making beautiful lights. They're just shining everywhere. Can you see them? Okay, we got some big energy in the throat and down in the heart that's coming. We're all such empaths here. I can feel a lot of empaths. There's a lot of heart energy. Lots of heart love right now. Breathe deeply. Fill your lungs. Fill your lungs with all that healing energy. Let it flow through your throat chakra. Let that beautiful golden, bright sunlight energy. It looks like the sun. It's so bright. It's like a ray of sun going through you today. Just let it. Take off that cover. Let it hit this eye. Let it hit that eye, and just let it blast right on through you today. This is safe sun. It's not going to hurt you. Let the sun shine. I know many of us have different religions, and I try not to point at one, but I don't have a religion. My religion is love, but I have a personal relationship with Jesus because I have seen him come to me in visions, and I feel his healing energy work through me. And so when I say I'm looking to the sun, my sun might be differently than what you're thinking of. I'm looking to the sun because he came to show me what I can do and so much more. So we're buds, we're friends. And I love my friends. What else we got? Love, Julie. Perfect. We got to find that love in every way possible. You can hear my clock ticking. I'm actually creating a room that reminds me of being in the captain in a ship. I do that everywhere I go, and I don't even know that I'm aware of it. I just do it. And I write a lot about the captain of the ship, so it must be past life stuff coming through. I don't know. Keep breathing. The energy is flowing beautifully right now. I want you to keep looking for your treasures. And actually, look at Wendy. I got to show you because it's like I'm so weird. See? I have this way of being drawn to things that look like I don't know, it reminds me of something I would see in a ship. Underwater buried treasure straight ahead. Yay, Catherine. Tell me what you find. It is a nice TikTok, isn't it? Desert rose. Very nice. Those are beautiful to find. How about some sand dollars? You want some sand dollars? Can you breathe deeply? Wendy, would you please breathe in really deep right now? The energy is really pointing at you, so I'd like you to breathe in really, really deep right now. Everyone, sit together with me. Whoever's here, we're all healers. Sit together with me. Breathe in that healing energy right now, and then please focus it on Wendy. We're being pointed in her direction, so please do that for her right now. Visualize her. Breathe it in and visualize her. Take your ball. Take that energy ball that you're building right now. Fill it up big, straight from your heart. Picture it getting bigger and bigger. Send it to her. Just, it's yours, Wendy. You better get ready to catch. Anyone that's not feeling well, anyone that knows anyone today that's not feeling well, we need to be there too. We're still on the planet. Feel free to use this healing energy. Focus your energy. Your intention is very, very powerful. You don't need anyone else to do this. You are powerful. Focus your energy on that person right now. Breathe it in and send it out. That's your treasure. That's what I'm giving you today. This is the treasure that I found for each person that gathers with me here today. This is the treasure that I'm giving you. I'm sharing. The treasure that I'm sharing with you is the knowledge, the encouragement of knowing that you are so much more than you can ever imagine, that you are extremely powerful, and that you have the ability to heal. You have the ability, any kind of disease can heal if you truly, truly are ready, if you truly are accepting of that healing energy. Anything can heal energetically. Sometimes we choose at a soul level to experience that pain for whatever reason. But if you truly, truly down to the soul want to receive that healing, you can have it and you can send it. You're powerful. It's an exchange. We can feel this from one another. Can you feel that healing energy? It's so real. It's so palpable these days that I can just about reach out. Just take it. Visualize yourself. You're under the water now. You're swimming. And you see this ball of energy, and it's a ball of healing energy, and you're swimming around, and you're like, oh, this is fun, and all of a sudden you see it there, and you're like, I'm going to go get it. Go get it right now. Swim to it. You don't have to hold your breath. We can breathe this water in. This is the healing water. We can breathe it. I want you to go ahead and start swimming as fast as you can. See how many of those healing balls you can catch. Tell me. Tell me how many you see. Wendy, your son just texted you. Okay, that's okay. Catherine saw a dandy dollar. I found a dandy dollar when I went surfing. It came right out of the water when I was coming back from surfing. I still have it. That's beautiful. Your dandy dollars are probably sand dollars to us. I'm not always sure what the translation is there. Cheryl Ann, sending to Wendy. Wendy, you got some big healing energy, girl. So how many? Are you catching some little energy balls out there in the water? What do they look like? Mine is always red. I always go to red when I see a ball or a balloon. I love red. Sand dollar, sorry. That's whichever you want to call it. I like the name Dandy Dollar. That's cool. I feel energy moving down into the solar plexus. We're letting it just flow easily, okay? You don't need to work at this. Let the energy flow just like it's golden, just like it's those rays of sun. It's just bursting through, clearing you out, clearing, clearing, clearing. You need to continue clearing negative energy out of your system. You're floating in the water, you're swimming, whatever you're doing, and you're releasing. Open up your hands as you're swimming. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep releasing, just keep releasing. Let it go. Mackenzie, thank you for joining us. Keep swimming and keep releasing that negative stuff that no longer serves you. Gold. Catherine found gold. Beautiful. Is your ball gold? Is it made of gold? That'd be really cool too. We're letting that energy flow down the sacral chakra. We're going to let it go right out our legs. And I want you to visualize yourself right now as a mermaid. And you've got this beautiful tail. And you can swim. And as you're swimming, anything that no longer serves you is going out. You're swishing it away with that tail. You're letting it go, letting it go. And you are being renewed with earth energy right back up through. And I can feel it in my tail down at my feet. Can you wiggle your tail? Let it come right back up. Let it flow right back up that little tail as you're swimming. Let it come back in. Let it hit those chakra centers. Let it fill every single cell of your body right now with healing energy. And it flows through your bloodstream, and it flows through your muscles and your joints and your tendons and your every single organ of your body. Healing energy, loving energy, the energy of compassion, golden energy, the energy of, oh, Catherine's a mermaid. Beautiful. We all get to be mermaids again. I love that. We're going to start singing songs anytime. We'll just start singing mermaid songs. The energy is flowing up so beautifully right now. I can feel it just coming right up through the heart and into here. If you want to yawn, whatever you got to do, it's coming up. It's healing. It's beautiful. It's healthy energy. And it's just flushing right through and washing away any remaining blocks so that today you can feel perfectly grounded, perfectly clear, perfectly happy. Your child can come out and play. You can go out and enjoy this earth energy today, Earth Day. If you can, plant a tree, plant some garden or some flowers, pick up some garbage, take a walk and pick up some garbage. Do something beautiful. Come up with a project for your kids today. We're all in the homeschool mode. Can you get them out to pick up some trash? Just close to your house. You don't want to get them out where they're going to put some gloves on them if you need to. But clean up. Let's help clean up the earth together. Let's continue to send earth energy, or the earth our energy. Let's continue to go out and hug those trees. This earth loves you as much as you love it. More, I'm sure. We can't ever imagine how much we're loved. So send it some love back. Show it how much you love it. We're bursting forth with rainbows right out the top of our heads right now. And that love is going across the planet, healing to wherever it needs to go. And your Holy Spirit higher self is safely protected inside of your heart space, and your perfect bubble is wrapped around you. And you get to go through your day feeling safe, protected, relaxed, and whole, and healed. Focus on healing. Focus on, instead of saying, I want healing. I am healed. I am. I am. I am. Continue to use that as much as you can. That's how you're claiming it. That's how you're saying, okay, yes, I asked for it, and I am. I am healed. I am whole. I am complete. I am joyful. I am blessed. I am. I am. Can you do that? And then, as I will, so let it be done. Yes, I'm sealing it with a kiss. As I will, so let it be done. I love this universe. Thank you to little Annie for joining us today. I am that I am. Perfect, Catherine. I am that I am, that I am, that I am. Doesn't that make you feel good when you say that? When I say it, I just like, oh, it feels so good. It's like a bath and loving energy. I'm thankful to all of you for joining me today. I'm thankful to this planet. I'm just grateful to be alive with every single breath. Every single breath, whatever it brings, I'm thankful. I hope that your day is beautiful and blessed and comfortable, and that you're wrapped up in the healing energy of love. Remember the eye patch today as you go through your day. I'm going to let you guys go unless you got anything else to say. I'm going to get out there and enjoy this planet. I'm going to get to work on Steve's little memorial. It'll be a beautiful day. You're so welcome, Geraldine. I love you. I love all of you here. Please take good care of yourselves, and I'll check back in tomorrow. You're so welcome, Wendy. Keep checking in with us. We want to know how you're doing, okay? Catherine says, have a wonderful day to everyone. I so agree. Take good care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. You're welcome, Julie. Happy Earth Day. You're welcome, Lillian. I'm going to pop off. Take good care. Bye.